You're listening to The Vault Unlocked, where the real secrets of success are revealed. Every episode, one founder, one confession, one strategy that created income, scale, and unstoppable growth. The code is cracked. The vault is open. And we have Jeanne today.
I said, okay, sorry. I'm ready.
Yeah, you're ready. Yeah. And today we have Jeanne here who is going to show us. She is masterful at creating offers. Works with coaches, consultants, anybody that is selling a high-ticket offer online. One of the biggest challenges that I have seen in the marketplace personally when working with 6, 7, 8-figure teams is they think it's the system. They think it could be a salesperson issue or this or that. What usually it comes down to, in my eyes, is the offer. Not even the copy so much, is the actual offer. The right message to the right person with the right offer. When those three things meet up, that's when it becomes powerful. That's when it becomes scale. A lot of people, we were talking about this early before we started, is you can have the fanciest funnels, you can have the most integrated systems, you can be spending money on all these teams, and it still doesn't work because the offer is off. So today, the master is here. We're not going to talk about it. We're actually going to go through it. We're going to build Kayvon an offer, go through the steps by step. Because what was we said last time on the podcast? You said, how long does it take you? You said 20. I said 20 minutes. It takes people sometimes months to try to figure out.
Kayvon, I'm going to build one. Let's raise this. I'm going to build you one in 10 minutes maximum. How's that?
Raising the bar. Let's go.
Okay, cool. Let's get started. Okay, so we got an offer. We got an offer, right? Who is your offer for? If you don't know this yet, let's say who you kind of think it's for now, okay?
Yeah, so let's talk about me right now. So right now, give a little bit quick history, right? Usually my offer, we were doing, it was a full done-for-you integrated agency system where I would come in, work with 6, 7-figure. So if you're doing $100K a month, we'd take you to $1 million a month. But part of that was me actually hiring the salespeople, coming in your system, helping you with the marketing, helping you with the reporting, all of that, managing, recruiting, everything. So it was a lot of heavy lifting, a lot of service base. I'll be straight. I'm burnt out. I'm done doing all that work for these people because what's been happening is we've had situations where you get them from $100K to $1 million. They get sold. We get kicked out. You get them to 100. Like we had one situation, we worked with the zero. We took the guy from $0 to $1 million a month. After 3 years, he decides, I want to retire. I'm done. But all the hard work, my team. So now my sales team is sitting there. We're sitting there, take it gone. Had other, bad clients come in, get us to build it all. And then they say, I'm going to take it inside after all the heavy lifting is done. Because as you know,
amazing.
just like a plane taking off.
Wait, just a second. You're getting people to $1 million a month. What kind of profit is that?
That's yeah. So the one thing that I do is like the brand is kind of $100K to $1 million a month. Profits anywhere. I mean, it's coaching. It depends on all their back end, right? So we can be anywhere between 10 and 20%.
Not a lot. 10% is not a lot for me, but still. But if you're making 100, that's true. But if you're, you see, I've just realized something. I can get people to 100K at very, 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 very high profits, not doing all that. So they're almost making the same amount as making $1 million or 100K without ads.
Well, yeah. It all depends. Like, we talk we had it really all depends. Like, we've had companies that are doing 40%. I mean, we're talking
40% profit's good.
Like margin,
if they're making $1 million, that's 400K.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. So you have this thing. Yeah. Do you still do this for some people?
So this is why I was like, I'm going to let's figure this. I want to figure out, how can I give an offer to people who need this, but scale, where it's not me having to come in and do all the heavy lifting, but I can come in and give the knowledge and and be the eyes. So the architect, aka how can I be the architect versus the technician?
Now I have a question. If I create this offer for you and you like it, you might want to hire me for the rest of it, right? To build to build this out. Isn't that funny? I'm pitching him on the podcast, guys. Okay. So, yeah.
I love it. This is why I said this is going to be interesting because.
Okay. So this is the deal. It's for, so the who is coaches and consultants. Is that it?
It would be, my expertise is like coaches, consultants, anyone that's selling a high ticket, 5, 10,
I got 15, you. It's also my. It's also, but I do coach just so people know people that have lower high ticket and they've just started as well. Okay. So I get it. How much does it cost you per month to do these services for one client? With all the manpower and everything.
A lot. Like my margins are very small.
How much are they paying you per month to do this?
Oh, so great. So on a decent average client pays me 50, 60K.
All right.
But I want to be very clear. Cut half that goes away because it goes to my closers. 50% goes to my closers. So let's take easy number, 50K client. I now have 25K. To play with, but now I have all my operational business expenses. So on 50K, I might see if I'm lucky, I see 10, 12.
Okay.
But the amount of work, I want to be very clear, that I have to do to make 10, 12K just does not make sense because I know I could sell a coaching.
Totally. Kayvon, I'm on your side. I'm going to fix this. Okay. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. That's why I never started an agency because coaching is so much a better model. And all the agencies I know end up consulting. All right. So this is the thing. Now I'm getting it. Yeah. All right. So we need to create a consulting/coaching. And it's going to be for coaches and consultants. I get that. That's my whole niche. Okay. So let's figure out what is the promise of what. Now we're not going to build the offer yet. I first want to know, we're going to do it backwards. We got the avatar here. What's the promise? What it is. And you don't have to think about how you're going to do it yet. What do you want to give them, but not do it all for them?
The message
just the promise. So let's pretend you don't know what the offer is.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. What would happen? Okay.
So I just need to know what is the result they're going to get from working with you?
Yeah. I was going to say, I'm going to tell you it, but I know I'm just letting you know because I've been in this game no enough. What I'm going to do for them is not what they want because it's sell them what they need. You give them what they want, right? So what's actually going to happen when they hire me is I'm going to come in and I'm going to, I somehow figure out how to audit them without me having to be the person that sits in the seat and doing that. And in that audit, meaning AK, I'm going to look at their marketing, their systems, their onboard, all of that. And I'm going to find every hole in their business. If I don't find every hole, I'm going to find the 2 or 3 holes that is going to make them ideal. If they invest 10K, I'm going to give them 100 grand. I'm going to find you 100,000. So I'm going to 10X your investment in 30 days. I'm going to show you where you can do this in 30 days.
30 days. So, that's the promise. In 30 days, you're going to not scale because that's the wrong word and people are using that incorrectly. You are going to build their business in 30 days. You can't say how much. We don't know that. So you're going to build, you are going to get them more high ticket clients within 30 days, correct?
I'm going to help them unlock 10X their investment in 30 days in their business without more leads.
Oh, you're not even really. So you're going to, what if it's somebody that's a new coach and they don't have like a mailing list or anything?
So I love that we're having this conversation. I'm not dealing with this. So if we needed to do new coaches, that's a different story. I don't actually want to deal with new coaches, to be honest with you. I really do want to stick with the people that are doing I say 100 grand a month, but at least they're doing 50, 60, 70K months. They're they're established. Okay. These are mid-established businesses. They're doing at least $1 million a year.
These are people like me. Okay. So, or more even. All right. So you are going to do an audit, first of all, and you're going to figure out how you're going to find money without doing any lead generation. Yeah. Okay. How are you doing that? You're going to do it like looking at their email list and mainly?
Exactly. I'm going to look at, I love it. I'm going to look at, my expertise is first look at their sales team, right? So if they have, again, these people have sales teams, 100%. And I'm going to be looking first at their like close rate, like what's the show up rate, what's the close rate, what's the AAV, appointment average, order value. Let me show me your dashboards. How do you know how many sales that are coming? How do you know like all of this stuff? Show me your CRM. Once we look at that, how many people do you have in your CRM? Okay, what's the messaging? Okay, what's like what when someone books a call, what happens? Where's we look at all of that, and 99% of the time, it's never great.
I have something you're going to cry when I tell you this. I'm my salesperson. I'm the person that brings in the money, all of it, because it's just so much easier for me to sell, and it's pretty high ticket, right? So I don't love the closers that I hired in the past. I just didn't like that commission breath.
Well, that's because, so this is why, I think this is so important for you to understand this and like anybody listening that's in your position that understand this. Because I've been doing this for 10 years. We've done my agency, we've done over 375. I'm not just putting numbers out there. 375 verified $1 million. Okay, with all my clients. I've worked and hired and built over 100 different sales teams. I was I co-founded a company 0 to 38 million. And I'll tell you this, working with all these coaches, all these people, they always think it's the closer's fault. And it's like, it's not. Well, and it is. And let me tell you why I say it's not and it is. It's not because you didn't set up the right system and have the right sales process for a closer to succeed in. What you did, you're getting me all fired up now. What most coaches and consultants do is they look at the closer as their savior. They think, if I bring in a closer, my life will change. And if you're waiting for a salesperson, I don't care how good they are, you bringing me in solely as a salesperson to solve your problem, you're going to fail. Because I've never built or seen a business win because you brought in one hotshot salesperson. And that's where it's fundamentally wrong. Because you have people out there, I'm not going to mention names, but Shush Morgan, who are saying, I'm going to give you a setter and I'm going to give you a closer or you don't pay. And they're selling it out there. Like everyone's like, oh, that's all I need to fix my business. And it's like, no, that's actually going to probably disrupt your business.
I have had this same argument with coaches for 6 years now. They're like, I just need to plug in a closer. I'm like, actually, you know what you really need to do? No. You need to sell your own stuff. That's what you need to do, is sell your own stuff. Yes. Okay.
So now we're talking about different levels. So that level there, I want to add this because of the extra in there. I tell that's a lower level, like not lower. That's a newer business like person who's still not like, I'm scared to sell all my stuff. My simple question is, if you can't sell it, no other closer can. Because the best salesperson that should be able to sell your offer is you. Now, you don't have to sell it forever, but you got to sell the first 20, 30. And if you can't sell the first 20, expecting an outside party to sell you, and it's broken, which we do know then comes to your expertise. The offer is broken. If they can't sell it or they don't believe that they can sell it, that means they don't even believe in what they're offering and they're in the wrong business in the first place. Like
I could give you a virtual hug right now because I've been saying the same thing for years and years and years. And they go, I don't need you, Jeanne. I just need to plug in a closer. I'm like, you don't even know how to sell your own stuff and your offer sucks. So let's go back to your offer.
So this is the challenge. If you say to them, I'm going to come in, I'm going to consult you, and I'm going to piss you off, and I'm going to look at everything you're doing wrong. Indirectly, I'm saying this, right? And like I was playing along with the messaging this week was just like, you don't bring me in to feel good. You bring me in. I won't use the word to scale, but you bring me in because you want to make revenue. You want to feel good. You're not go to Tony Robbins. Exactly. Go get slappy tappy. Tony Robbins will give you that. You're not coming. I'm giving you hard truth, and the hard truth, which is you don't want to hear, it starts with you. As the business owner, because you're a direct reflection of the results you get. And the reason you're not at $1 million a month is because your identity isn't at $1 million a month. Because your identity isn't there, you're not operating there. You don't have the systems, you don't have the places, so you'll never get there. I'm going to show you after $375 million and working 100, the right systems you need in place. So when you go get a closer, guess what happens? You don't need a 10 out of 10
But you
closer.
were telling me that you had a client at one point who the offer was so bad they couldn't sell it. The offer was just so bad.
Oh, I've had, okay. No, I think I was telling you this. Okay. No. So my latest story, working with this new client of mine, she was doing about 50, 60 at the sales level, and the company, webinar, low ticket was another 40. So they were around, on average, $90,000 to $100,000 a month. Now, this is going to,
okay, just a minute, without ads, without ads.
Great. Little ads,
awesome.
mostly YouTube channel. The one thing she did, I'll tell you this, the one undeniable is she did the opposite. She built the audience first. So what does that mean? She went and got all the PR, positioned herself as the expert, the stages, the books, all of that. That you couldn't there's nothing to change there. She's done everything she could there, right there. So she's just organic and then a little bit of ads, and she doesn't know. It's like she thinks she knows. She has no idea how much is coming from ads versus organic. Again, what I will come in and be like, you don't scale if you don't know that. Because I had one other client, side note, who was spending $90,000 a month on ads to find out. But we're making 500,000, 600,000. So you'd think that makes sense. When they actually got the right reporting in and got the right metrics,
he was losing money,
got the right data in, the $90,000 was less than 10% of our sales.
So what was it from?
The rest
organic?
Of our sales.
Oh, you're kidding. Organic. He didn't even know.
He didn't for 2 years.
Not even worth doing the ads.
In that case, no. But no, the question is oh my God, you're willing to spend that. Let's go leverage the shit out of that. Let's go fix your messaging.
Wow.
Let's go. So this other one that I was just talking about before, I want you to know this because it's insane. She was selling, I could say she was selling X and Y. I want you to understand how the dichotomy was just insanity. Imagine I was selling you, I'm trying, because I don't want to give, I can't give it too close. Imagine you came to me and you said, Kayvon, I'm a business owner and I need you to just hire me a salesperson. Okay. So I'm saying I will give you a salesperson, book a call, but my team is selling you. No. You don't need a salesperson. You need to know how to be a business coach. Let's show you how to be a business coach.
Of course.
Completely opposite. Would you agree?
So what was what's the person doing actually? More or less. She's a coach? She
thought she was I was like, yo, you have all these people coming in that want X, but you're trying to sell them Y. We need to sell them X. Sell them why they're here. They're not ready.
Oh no, I know what
why.
I'm
why
going to guess
later.
She was selling some sort of manifesting in mindset. That's not what they needed. Is that it? That they all want to sell the manifestation, right?
I know what you're saying. I'm going to put it this way. Okay, so imagine somebody I'll just say, she works with people who are dealing with narcissists and going through a court battle. And she's one of the best in the world at this. So the people that are coming through the funnel are like, I'm beaten down. I'm hurting. I'm losing my kids. The court system's not listening to me. The lawyers are not listening to me. Hey, I was X. I'm going to show you exactly how you need to set yourself up for success.
That's a great
how
offer.
To handle this, how to, it's phenomenal. Phenomenal offer and why, blah, blah, blah. But they would get on. And so, that person, because I want to explain, that person is at survival. No. They are not
they just
thinking,
want
they're
help.
just, I need to, they don't need woo woo. It's not about we're going to make you a better, but they would get on and they were selling them a business coaching offer, meaning let us show you how you can help other people.
That's insane. That is like
insane.
going to a divorce lawyer and they say, actually, we're going to get you some babysitters.
That's 100. Thank you. Okay.
Let's leave it. Okay. That's insane. Okay. Let's move on because.
So I come in. I'm the guy that comes in and goes, and you're making $100,000.
So they must be all very unhappy.
Okay. Let me show you how you're going to make $1 million. Let me show you how you can make $1 million.
The thing is, isn't every single client wanting a refund at that point? From her.
From me? No. Oh, yeah. And guess what? The refund rate. This is why I'm saying to you,
because she was getting $1 billion refunds.
Right? You don't need more leads.
She wasn't making $100K because they're all getting refunds. So she was not making $100K.
Well, no, even after refunds.
So some people thought, I love you so much. I actually needed that help, but okay, I'll become a business coach. That's hilarious. Yeah. She must be very, very persuasive.
Well, I tell you, she has the branding, but she herself. And here's the great thing is I want to be very clear. She wasn't doing this on purpose. Like she wasn't like, there was no one manipulating. Like she didn't even know this was happening. She had no idea what, like, you don't know. You're like, because she didn't take time to slow down and actually go underneath the hood. That's what I do. The architect, I go under the hood and go, okay, let me understand everything. Let me know who, and like to find out too, like her, not only she's making this money, the closers on the team were not good. This was the first time in history where it was a closer issue.
Okay. No, sometimes, Kayvon, sometimes it is, but I'm just curious. Somebody sees an ad and says, oh my goodness, I'm going through a court case. I want to hire that lady. Right. And then they come in and she's teaching them business coaching. How could she not know that her offer was not what she's giving? I mean, how could she not know that?
It's a little bit more convoluted than that, but
let's move on. I want to build you an offer. So let's go back. Okay. Yeah. So So the thing is, you want to be now. You're still doing this all done for you. You're still doing. That's what you're doing.
I can't get out of it. I'm stuck. I keep getting caught into it, and it's like,
right. It'll be all right. Kayvon,
build something.
I got you covered.
What?
Okay.
This is
why it'll be all right on the night. Okay. So this is the deal. You want to ease out. And you can't do it overnight because you can't just stop what you're doing. And you can't say, I'm not working here anymore. So you want to ease out of this offer slowly by offering something else in the future. And eventually it will weed out till you just have a few. Okay. Yeah. And then you will.
Yeah. So I'm at that point. I want to be very clear right now, just so everyone understands. I'm at that point right now. I got my 3 clients that are now being ran by my managers.
Good.
I'm done. I am not bringing on any more clients like that. I'm now going, how do I take all these years of information and be able to do it at a level at scale?
Okay, so this is what you need to do. You need to create a coaching business now out of this. And you need to make sure that you aren't going to be actually doing that, but you need to start getting a stable of people. You got to look at every single operation that happens. Okay, there's you're going to be the coach. Okay. And then you're going to say, okay, what else do we do for them? Okay, we have closers. So we are going to point them in the direction of these good closers. So now you got you, and I'm just going from one to the other, closers. And then you've got maybe some content people, and, I'm not going to go through it all, but I know you have many functions that you need to list out in a list. Have you done that before? You have, right? Good. So you have your list, and you just say, okay, I'm going to be the coach / consultant. I'm going to also hire other coaches that are going to handle these places, because you don't want to do all the coaching, because that's also a trap. Okay. So you're going to get, and it could be people on, by the way, the people on your team can be those coaches because they work with you and they know what you're doing. So you can actually make all of your service providers that you have in-house, I'm guessing, right? They can now, if they can do this, they can now be the coach of that particular operation that needs to be done. So now you're shifting all of the service providers to are now coaches and consultants in your coaching team. Does that make sense? Okay. Yeah. And then
you're like you're saying I'm shifting the 3 managers I have into coaches.
Because then you don't have to teach people your system. You already know it. So you're saving so much energy and time, not training all these other new people on this is the system and this is what we're doing. We already know what we're doing. You all, do you want to be consultants in my coaching business? They're going to say yes, heck yeah. And you're all sharing the coaching, and it's a group coaching program. So here's the offer. Group coaching program. I'm thinking you're going to need probably 6 months if people are going to have to get help to do it themselves. Am I correct?
Oh,
if you're consulting on them doing that themselves with help of plugging people in, or is it a year?
No. Okay. So I don't want to make sure you're saying if I hire somebody, if I bring someone on,
no, if you're, say I'm a client and you don't want to do it all done for you, but you're going to now get, and this needs a bit of building. Okay.
I would say this, depending on their speed, like I have people that operate quick and then ones that make excuses. I can do it in 60. I would say this is truly 90 days.
Then we're going to make it 6 months for people that have life happening and children. So we're going to say 6 months because 12 weeks is not a lot of time. I have a 12-week. It's my accelerator. No, okay. So you're going to say 6 months, but in your marketing, I'm not even talking about the marketing. Let's not even go there. Let's just build the offer. Okay. So we now have a 6 month because then it builds in time where people have to get things done and they might not be where some people are.
Yeah.
Now, this is the beauty of this offer. You can now do the 6 months and these coaches don't even need to be that far ahead anymore because you're not doing it all for them. So you now opened up your market to coaches that maybe aren't just starting, but aren't at 100K months because it's still going to work. So now we've opened the market up. Now there's more market. Make sense? Because now you're not doing it all for them. So I'd say it's got to be 6 months. Give people time. You're going to do a group. This is the offer. The group, one-on-one offer, group, you're going to have, I don't know, you work that out. I can work with you on that if you want, because I know how to do this down. But let's just say it's group. We don't know how many sessions per week yet, but there's going to be some sessions a week with different people coming in and they turn up on the group. And then they're going to get a certain number of one-on-ones because people really need that. And that's what makes it a grand slam offer is some one-on-one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So somebody is going to do that big first one to do the audit. And it's funny you said that because each coaching offer that is good always has an audit one-on-one at the very beginning of working together. Okay. So they get a one-on-one audit. They get various group. I don't know exactly how many. All right. It's 6 months. And basically the promise is we're going to help you set up your business to get to 100K months, not million. 100K months. Why? Because most people aren't at 100K months and they would die to get to 100K months. And it's going to be very hard for you to get them to 1 million when you're not doing everything yourself. Agreed? So the goal is 100K months and beyond. I'm just giving you some marketing copy ideas as well, which I don't normally do, but I like you, Kayvon. Okay. So that's the offer. Now the offer, that's a great offer. Have I heard something sort of similar? Yes, but they're not as good as, no, wait, I'm not done yet. I haven't finished with the offer yet, Kayvon. Patience, man. So now we're going to go through the problems of this offer because I just created an offer on purpose. It's not done yet on purpose as a learning thing. Good offer. But it's not good enough yet. Why? Because it sounds a little similar to other offers that I know of. Okay. So what you need to do is you need to make it an offer that I'll tell you, there's this person that's famous. I won't mention names. And they have a similar kind of offer. It never works. Okay. Even though he has a good name, never works. Most people that work with them go, oh yeah, it's definitely not what I thought it was. He makes tons and tons of money. Good guy. You know who it is. But it never works. And everybody's like, well, I did get good sales and just teaching them how to close.
Yeah, I totally know exactly. So that's a direct competitor of mine. And I'm trying, and that inspiration of that is how can I do it better? Not at much scale.
No, you don't.
To be as big because I want to do it better. And if anyone comes through, they can't say
exactly
any of the shit that they've been saying over there.
More profits than I would want personally for all the people working in that company. Okay. There's a lot of ad spend. Okay. Now the thing is, that's business coaching. As I said, you can coach with me if you wish after I create your offer because I can help you with all that. Okay. The point is now we have an offer. It's pretty good. Dang it. You're going to coach us and it's going to, now you need a promise. Now what makes an offer great is it's better than all the other ones out there.
Is the promise.
You know what I have in my offer? I don't have guarantees because you can't do that. You're not allowed to. The FTC over here, it's against the FTC standards. You can get sued. So what did I do to get around that? I created agreements in my contract, agreements in a legal contract, that if they don't get to a certain point by that time, they keep getting coached until that happens. So I'm going to give you your verbiage right now in your contract. You want to hear it? It is, if John has not reached 100K month by the time the 6 months has elapsed, Jane will get to stay in the program at no extra cost until that happens. Now, here's the caveat. She must, however, do the work in the contract.
Yeah, I know. Just so that's I know that.
Good.
Like that's.
But your listeners are actually listening. It's not. I know we're doing this, but they're listening, and I gave them a gold mine by saying that out loud on purpose.
Yeah, okay? You did. You're right. So, you're right.
So I know I'm helping you, but we got to think about your listeners, man. Okay. Hey, bro, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you for that correction. I love it. Okay. I love it. Let's go back here. Did everybody just hear that? Okay. Oh my God. Just because I knew it doesn't mean everyone knows that. There is ways to absolutely guarantee. You're not seeing me. I'm doing the quotes. Guarantee the product.
Don't use the word guarantee. Eliminate that from your vocabulary from now on, Kayvon. Because Canada and America, the Canadians also can't do that because we're all dealing with each other. And the FTC reaches into Canada, believe it or not. Okay? They do. They've even reached into Europe. Yes.
If you get big enough.
Actually, we think it's only $1 million coaches, but they made an example of somebody that wasn't $1 million coach and sued them to show everybody you're not safe. Okay? Yes.
Interesting. I heard it was between 10 and 100. 10, like if your business is doing 10 or 100 million, because at 100 million after that, they don't want to go near you because obviously Kayvon, you got your lawyers.
Let's do people a favor by saying that we don't know. And I also have a coach that knows all about this. He coaches on this. All right. Now, I asked him personally, I said, hey.
Did he personally go through it just recently?
Yeah, I'm not going to name names.
So we know who that is.
There's more than one.
We know exactly that.
More than one. Yeah. He coaches on this now. I actually have his book. I was the first person that got his book. But anywho, I asked him, I said, hey, I don't guarantee anything anymore. And he goes, you can't. And I said, I know. I said, what about this verbiage? He said, that is brilliant in a contract. Just make sure that you honor it. And I said, of course I'm going to honor it. I would never not honor my word in a contract. He said, it's brilliant because it's not a guarantee. It's just a term of service then. It's just a term in the contract. Yeah. So never promise. Don't call it a promise. Don't call it a guarantee. Say, I have a term of service written right into my contract that states that you've got to reach this or bust, or we have to keep coaching you until that happens. And they go, really? Yes. So that is a good USP. Because they always say, what if it doesn't work for me? Because their mindset could be a bit low. What if it doesn't work for me? I don't see myself as $1 million coach. And you're like, that's okay. Because you've already qualified them that you wouldn't take them as a client if they didn't have it in them. Correct? So y'all know, they're going to be able to do it. They're not there yet, but you're going to get them there, right? Like for instance, I won't take clients that I can see that their mindset is just so shot. God bless them. Even we have a mindset coach and a healer on my team. Okay. Even with that, because I've realized people need that. I'm like, no, I don't think this person is going to be, I think the mindset is so, that I won't take them.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So let's because the listeners are hearing and I'm picking up everything you're putting down, but I think we need to stop and just break that down a little bit. What are we talking here? I'm going to talk about it as in this emotional awareness. There are people, and people ask me, what makes a really good salesperson? Is it their hard work? Is their mind determining? It's their level of emotional awareness and consciousness. If it's low, horrible. If it's high, powerful. It's the same way as business owners starting out, business owners stuck at 100. Or wherever they're stuck at their conscious level is what I said kind of earlier, is stuck with their identity. Now, what I love what you said is, and I true this, there are people, this is very unfortunate, that are emotionally at such a low level, no matter what we do, even if we give them all the skills and we give them the exact tools, they will find a way. It's my podcast, so I can say this. They will find a way to fuck it up, either directly or indirectly, subconsciously or consciously, because there's too much, I don't want to use the vague word, but there's too much trauma that happened, and they haven't done that work first. And they got to go do that work before they ever go build. So I just want to make sure people understand that, because we're not.
Because we aren't some people have come in and they try. We have a great mindset coach, and some people have come in and asked to see her every week like it's a psychologist. And I'm like, whoa, we are not psychologists. You get in trouble for that. I said, we are not psychologists. She is not a psychologist. We are not licensed psychologists. No, you can't have a call every week about your emotional problems, because we are business coaches, right? There's a support there, but then it's been, I'm like, no, we cannot do that, because now they're trying to make us shrinks. This has happened a few times in my program, because we're so good at that, at the emotional support. And I'm like, we're too good at that. Oh, she's changed my life. Can I just, you mean like, no, go hire somebody. Yeah. And she'd be telling them, go hire. Yeah. So there's that confusion. Now I have to say something. There was a time in my life where I was just too low, traumatized. You get it. However, and I knew I wasn't at a level like to, be a $1 million coach at that point. But I still did something. I still operated, and I just fought through, and I dragged my fears behind me. But most people cannot do that. So you don't have to go fix yourself, folks. You just have to say, will I just take a step forward and drag my fears behind me? If I agree to do that, sure, we can work together. Make sense? There you go. Okay.
Love it.
So Kayvon, do you want me to get through this to get you your offer? And then we can always book a call privately, and we'll go forward. Okay. So here's the deal.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
You got to have it that it's not sounding like every single offer. And you got to realize, that offer of that other person. And you got to be able to nicely punch holes in that offer. Okay. You won't mention names. There are other people that offer this, but this is what we're doing differently. I'm telling you how to sell it now. Okay. And, I always say, I don't say, oh, there's this other coach. I say, I've heard about an offer like this. And I say, really? Do they actually have this? Oh, no, they don't have that. I'm like, well, then it's not the same offer, is it? Like I have, now I don't know if you want to do this, but I'm going to tell you how to make this really irresistible. You ready? Unlimited one-on-one coaching, as much as they need. The key word, not want, need. Okay. Now I'm going to give you a secret here. We have such great coaching that goes on in the group. Me and 3 other coaches. Okay. And they're all doing something different. Like we have a heart-based sales coach. We teach heart-based sales, very different style of selling, because that's just who I am. We have a content and copy coach that used to run Universal Studios video content department. So now I got the content. Of course, I touch on that a lot myself. We got the sales. Of course, I coach on that, in my session. We've got also a mindset coach who's also a theta healer. So and then we also have my head coach does a planning session every week. So we've got all this stuff dialed in. Okay. And I do a 1.5 hour masterclass every single week. So we turn up really strongly. We have this agreement that my clients get as much one-on-one as they need. Guess what? They don't need that much, because we do such a great job with the group. In fact, we will sometimes reach out and say, hey, are you sure you don't need a call? Who needs a call? Because sometimes I'm like, hey, I haven't heard from that person. Book a call. I will actually encourage them, because my goal is not to make money and sort of hide from my clients like most people. Do you know that thing of and your competitor does do that. I know that. It's like, we got all this, but we hope you aren't going to use it. And it's sort of this energy of hiding from the clients and sort of sending them away to do hard tasks. It's like that. Just go build an email list. Really? That's going to take a year. By that time, you're out of the program, right? There's been a lot of There's been a lot of extremely bad behavior with coaching companies. And by the way, Another coaching company that was complained about by hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. They were also sued. Okay. That wasn't a surprise to me because so many people complained about them. Okay. That was I was in one of their programs when I first got online, and the energy was, you're here, you've paid us, now please just go. It's like, what? You want help? It was really, really, very kind of a weird feeling because it was like, wow, I'm in the army now. And it's like, go do that. And, and I was like, well, I need some help. It was almost impossible to get somebody on a phone. Like I had to beg and beg and beg and beg and beg for like 3 weeks to get a 20-minute phone call with one of their assistant coaches that didn't know anything. And I was like, wow, this is really, but I was successful because I make lemonade out of lemons. Move on though. How do you get a great offer? You offer something nobody else is offering. I know your face paled for a second, but can you imagine if you said it's as much one-on-one as you need? They won't need a lot if the group coaching is outstanding. And also if they can ask questions in the Facebook group whenever they want and somebody is actually answering those. Make sense? So now you have high support in the Facebook group. You have high support in excellent coaches that know what they're doing and your team does. Okay. High support and very quick answering of questions. And I have something that just puts it over the top. You want to hear my secret one? People can also text me. Just a minute. People text me. I'm just going to show you. I'm trying to get to it on Facebook Messenger whenever they want. Okay. So actually there's, there's somebody asking a question. So basically,
it sounds like the offer is just
I'll tell you what it is.
Fully accessible. But I have to be honest. I'm not trying to push back. I have to be honest with you personally, because I think it's great. People see the realness behind these I'm still not seeing the sexy yet because I've seen all those offers. Well, no. Like unlimited. Remember back in the day?
No. But what I'm saying, it's just an extra. No, it's an extra thing because people, you know this, they're at night going, oh my gosh, I need to ask a question. I can't book a call with Jeanne right now. I can't wait for that call. Help. Okay. Help. And it's great because it's just, it saves so much booking of coaching calls, actually. And by the way,
absolutely. Like one, you don't
this
have
is
to
not,
wait for
my phone is not blowing up.
Yeah.
It's not blowing up. Okay. It's
and here's what we do know. You and I both know. You're right. I do know this because I've been in these. They don't use it.
Not all the time.
They don't. They don't actually. I'll give you an example. In the company we built from 0 to 38 million, part of the inner circle was we had something called the bat phone, and it was a red phone that we showed them. It was red. It was literally a red phone, and we said, whenever you're in distress, like this is a 24/7 phone. You call this phone, but you only get access to this phone if you're in X, right? You know how many calls we got? We had, and just so you know, we had 10,000.
10,000. Okay. I know why that didn't happen because it's scary. It's an emergency. I'm just saying, my clients, it's not an emergency. Hey, Jeanne, quick question. I don't want to book a call for this.
Yeah. No, what I was trying to say is I wasn't actually going against what you're saying. I was going
that's
with
very,
the idea
very,
that, like, by offering that.
Very, very different construct. Emergency. I'm afraid I don't want to bug them. It's not an emergency. Yeah. So now the thing is, you don't have to have the all you want coaching, but when you say that, they're like, whoa, you mean I can book as many calls as I want? Because they might want to be, getting on a call every day to waste your time. No, it's as much as you need. And they're like, oh, I get it. Because I need, because I have something that.
There's a difference between want and need.
So that's now. The offer needs a little bit more help. So because we have to figure out exactly what those coaches are doing, how many blah, 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 how many sessions. But this is a great offer to offer coaches who are not $1 million coaches already. You're actually saying, I'm going to make you a $1 million coach. If you keep doing your 100K every month, what are they going to be? $1 million coach. Yeah. Got it? And then if they want to stay in an extra 6 months, then they can stay in. You resell. Okay. But the thing is, you have to get them to the 100K in the 6 months, or they'll be in there, but it's no big deal. It's mostly group. So who cares, right? Mostly group. Now, the other thing is bonuses. You got to think of 2 juicy bonuses. And I don't mean, I'm going to give you an ebook, or I'm going to send you my book, or I'm going to do something that we know is a bogus bonus. And I have this thing, people do what's called a bogus bonus. It's not a bonus. They're pulling something out from their program they were going to give them anyway, and they're taking it out and calling it a bonus. And a lot of clients I've had, and I said, wait a minute. Were they going to get that anyway? Oh yeah. I said, that is not a bonus. That's not honest. That's not a bonus. That's you pulling out something they were going to get anyway and calling it a bonus. What is something highly valuable? It could be a fantastic book they need to read. Okay. Like Psycho-Cybernetics. That's a good bonus. Or an extra session of something that they would not have gotten. Okay. Like an extra something. Okay. That's you never would have gotten.
Yeah.
And you can also offer more time in the program as a bonus. You can say, hey, I'm going to give you an extra month. It's going to be a 7-month program in certain cases.
Yeah.
People like getting extra time. So you now have the good bones of a very good offer, because the offer is, we will get you to 100K months within 6 months. Okay. That just means 100K month, by the way, Kayvon. So you have 6 months. Can you do that? Can you get people to 100K in 6 months? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
like the right person.
But you're not going to,
yeah.
If it's a fit, right?
Yeah.
So we're good.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a great offer.
Yeah.
It's an amazing offer, because you're basically saying we're going to get you to at least 100K month in 6 months.
So what do you think the price should be?
Well, I think that you could, if you charge, if it's 10K, that's a no-brainer, because you're 10xing. Oh, wait, it's 10K because you're 10xing.
Well, yeah, I would say 10K. Yeah, 10x, 10K. So 10K.
Yeah, they're going to make more because they're going to not go from 0 and get 100K a month. They're actually going to get more.
No, they're going to make way more than that.
Maybe not, because, some people don't make any money and then they all of a sudden make 50. But what we do know, it's more than 10xing, by the way. It's more than 10xing. Because if they're going to get 100K a month, they're also going to make other money, hopefully, in the 5 months. So you're actually.
Well, the terms and condition is we're going to 10x your investment, right? And if you don't, we'll work with you.
There you go.
You do
10x or more, because it's it's not 100K total. Yeah. It's their first 100K month. Make sense? So this is an amazing offer. Yeah. It's an incredible offer, actually, for 10K. Amazing. When you start to sell it, then you can raise your prices. But for now, 10K for that. However, are they going to run ads?
Yeah.
You're going to show them how to run ads? To get to 100K?
Ideally not. Ideally, they're running ads. I'm going to make sure that.
Oh, okay. So then then you have a market that is a bit different. They're already running ads, and you're going to fix those. That's even better.
Yeah, I'm not going brand new.
Okay,
like
so
they don't even know how to run ads. As I'm telling you, that's not there's way too many coaches out there doing that.
No, actually, that's my market. I don't run ads. Okay, so now we're good. Now we've gotten clearer. This is not the same market as me. This is people that are already running ads but are not at 100K months yet, right?
Yeah, like I said, they're like, these people are at least minimum. You're doing minimum.
Okay, well then that is your market. With your salespeople, you're going to go after those people and you're going to target those people, right? With your marketing and all your stuff, right? Yeah. Okay, I love it. We're very, very focused now. The avatar is clients, coaches that are at 50K months minimum who are already running ads. Boom. That's it. I love it. Yeah, and it's 10K. And when you start to sell, you charge more later. There you go. So then the work that you're doing is you have closers. The work that you're personally doing is you're just turning up for the coaching call every week. Your other people are turning up, so you're not doing that. And, if you want to really be good, you make yourself available for them to text you. That is very primo, and it adds a lot to the offer that they have access to Kayvon. Why? We have 4 minutes left. I'll tell you why. When people hear that I'm a multi-million-dollar coach and I'm like, hey, and sometimes I'll say, here's my cell phone. When they're like, want to ask questions before they sign up, they're like, you're giving me your cell phone? Yeah, sure. They're like, wow, that accessibility is unheard of. So I'm showing you how to be a rock star by being like me. People are like, wow, you're telling me, Jeanne, I can text you and not your assistant, not your VA, me. Yeah, they're like, wow, I've never, ever met a coach that's a multi-million-dollar coach that goes anywhere near their clients. Okay. So what is that?
It's that crazy? Isn't that crazy in itself?
Busy. And they're like, I don't want to talk to you. Yeah.
How shameful is that? Like, it's just
they're too busy making the money and churning and like doing all the things that you're helping them to do, actually, but they've lost their humanity in it. And it's become that they come in and they get the closer and they never see the coach. And then they'll get a wisp of the coach on a group call and maybe ask a question if there's enough space, because there's thousands of people on there. And it's like, well, I'm in that person's coaching program, but I've never actually spoken to them. Like, wow. Now, this is why I've kept mine smaller and more like manageable, because I actually want to coach people. And I actually worked out that my profits are way higher than some of those coaches that are making $1 million a month.
Oh, and I again, another question. This is good, not question, statement that everybody who's listening, if you're there in a coach or thinking about it, does not matter how much top money you make. It's such a in our world. Like, and I say the online world, it's such a vanity number. They're all vanity. They're all revenue. No one gives a shit about revenue. I care about your profit. And you said that at the beginning, how much profit. And I loved it because I can say, hey, we've done $4 million a month, but we spent $3 million a month on ads. And I spent another $500,000 a month with my team and this. So actually I made $4 million, but I only made $100,000 this month. Okay, well, why not make $1 million and make $500,000? Way less team, way less problems, way better
lifestyle. You said it, the lifestyle. Yeah. I have a tiny team.
Yeah. When a business sells, they don't look at the revenue. They look at EBITDA.
I have a tiny team. They sell. I'm not against ads, but the ads thing, I did spend $100,000 once testing ads, and I'm like, these did not work. I got clients. They were the worst clients. They were make money online kind of people. I was like, oh my gosh. And all of them canceled their contract except for one. Okay. And that was my Insta guy, but he came in and he didn't do the work, but at least he didn't cancel the contract. He paid up front, then didn't do the work. So the point is, you're better off having a smaller business with higher profits and sanity and not overworking than spending millions on ads where it's such low profit and it's all this management. And there's a balance too.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Right.
I couldn't.
Great. Well, Kayvon, this has been amazing. We should book another call if you want more help with that. This is what I do.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. I agree. Tell them again, anyone that I'm sure there's people who are like, right.
Where do they find me on my website, Jeanne, JeanneOmlor.com. And, Kayvon, you're going to put that in the and we also have the reviews page. Make sure you put the reviews page and they can book a call on there. And I will take that phone call myself because I'm doing my own sales still. So,
this was a special episode. It wasn't the pitch me episode. It was the show me episode. And I just want to say thanks so much for showing us your expertise, your knowledge. And if I summed it up, if there's anything anyone got out of this, is the last thing we just talked about. You're better off having a profitable business that is smaller with sanity than having a vanity business that's chaos.
I agree. Thank you, Kayvon. I'll see you soon.
Thank you. Yes. And that was another episode of The Vault Unlocked, where proven builders, real strategies, and unstoppable growth happens. Subscribe now. The next unlock could be your success. The code is cracked. The vault is open.